Hi, this is Michael William Denny of the ThunderWizard.com YouTube channel. So, today I want to share with you something kind of fun. I realize this is a good topic to share on this channel. I want to share with you how to become a successful phone psychic, tarot card reader. I use runes. Let me see, where are my runes? So, I just use rune cards, and now, let me tell you how this happened. This was in the midst, I got divorced, and well, me and my ex-wife split up in December of 2012, and I, was destitute. I was a house husband and all that kind of stuff, and I was, all of a sudden homeless and, without a job. And anyway, so I ended up moving to northern Idaho, and I lived one of my dreams. I lived in a cabin in the middle of the woods, off the grid. Actually, I was the last house on the road that had electricity, but I barely had satellite internet. I mean, the national forest was the border to my yard there. And didn't know where I was going to go, didn't know what I was going to do, I had nothing and nobody, and so I was desperate for work. I didn't want to go work at Walmart. I wanted to focus on writing my books and making my DVDs. And so because I've been writing books about runes, I thought to myself, there are people that make money just doing rune readings, and I'm going to give it a try. So I did. I applied and was accepted to a couple of different phone psychic channels, actually numerous over the years. I've gone through a bunch of them. And I was able to make a living. And I still get a big bulk of my living from doing that. And so the question is how to do that. What if you're not psychic? Well, listen, it doesn't take a whole lot to learn how to interpret runes. I've got DVDs on this channel and teachings on this channel, and I have DVDs out there. Rune Divination, if you want to know how my method of doing it, you can go get the book, and I think there's a DVD as well on Amazon. And I tell you my method and what I do. So, really it's just that simple. I mean, I never thought of myself as a psychic. I don't, if I am anything, I'm an empath. I'm definitely an empath, but, I don't consider myself a psychic. In fact, I don't even know what the point of psychics are, because and I'll share something with you as working as a psychic. A lot of people want to ask questions like, what's going to happen to me? And when is he going to call? And when am I going to get the job? And when am I going to get some money? And my response is, well, when do you want him to call? When do you want some money? When do you want to get a job? Because I don't, the universe doesn't work like that. This idea that your life is set in stone and you just sit there and wait for something to happen, how people got this idea, I don't know. See, the universe agrees. But what I can do, if people ask me questions, I just simply shuffle the cards and I put the runes out. And I do my best to interpret the runes that are right in front of me. Now, there's no reason you can't do that with tarot cards. In fact, from what I've experienced, the majority of the psychics on phone lines are using some kind of tools like tarot cards. Sometimes, then you just go with your intuition. I'm a great counselor. I'm really good at helping people get to the root of their problem. So I'm usually at some point, we'll start asking questions to find out what it is they really want. And then I help them solve that problem. I also do tap into my own intuition, and most of the time I'm right. But what's been really amazing, and this blew my mind, I was using runes simply for personal meditation and personal transformation. I wasn't using them as divination until I was forced to go get this job, and then I do this every day. So I'm doing rune divination sometimes for hours a day. So I've become really good at shuffling and looking at runes and reading them. And what I found is really amazing is that they're almost always right. The only times that they've been wrong is when the person on the other end isn't being honest with me about something, or they're so far-fetched and so out of touch with themselves that the universe is like, we don't want to play, we don't want to be involved. And then I get weird readings. But interestingly enough, I'll be, doing a reading, and I think I know what the person wants to hear. And that's the trap with psychics, phone psychics, by the way. They want to keep you on the phone, so they listen for what it is they think you want to hear, and they tell you what you want to hear. Now, I'm human, and my brain wants to go in that direction too. But, I've learned that when they ask a question, and I think I know where they want to go, and the reading is coming out completely differently, I tell them what I see. And interestingly enough, that's when people go, oh my God, you're the real thing. Because nobody else could have known that. And all I'm doing is I'm just reading the cards. I personally almost don't know what's going on, 90% of the time. And then sometimes I can tap into it. So if you want to become a phone psychic, it's not hard. What happens is you contact them by email or whatever, and somebody will call you, and they're going to give you an interview, which means that you're going to give them a reading. That's it. You can tell, they're going to ask you how long have you been doing it, and the truth is you can tell them whatever you want. You say, I've been doing it for 20 years. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. And then let them ask their questions, and then just, if you know how to read runes and do rune divinations, you can just simply give them one over the phone, and more likely than not, you're going to get hired. Plus, even if you don't get hired, you can start your own line on Keen.com, and there might be a couple others out there. So you can go to Keen.com and start your own line. But that one you're probably going to have to work a little harder for to get people in. I have a line on Keen, and I almost never get calls on it, but it's not a big deal because I get calls off of another line. But the other thing is, it is a slow business, so you do have to have other things on the side. Anyway, so as I said, if you want to learn more about it, you can get my book, Rune Divination, or the DVD, Rune Divination. And of course, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I'm happy to train you in rune readings and all that kind of stuff, and all that. If you want to contact me, and we can take it from there. Anyway, that's it for now, my friends. Somebody's obviously trying to get a hold of me, so I'm going to go ahead and check my texts. So that's it for now.